Okay, we're on to question 14 here. The distance time graph shows the information about part of a car journey. Use the graph to estimate the speed. Now remember, speed is distance over time, which is a ratio between two things. And so it's like a gradient. It's a rate of change. It says estimate the speed at time 5 seconds. Now, because I only got one hand because the other's holding this thing, I've already pre-done it. So it says 5 seconds, there it is, and you have to draw a tangent line, a line that just cuts through, just touches it, and is equal. It doesn't sit like that or like that. It's got to be one that is like that, not like that or like that. Okay? And then it says estimate the speed. So that's basically the gradient. And this is an estimate, so that is roughly 60, and that is roughly 5. So I'm going to say it's 60 over, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, no, it's 4. 60 over 4, which is about 15 meters per second. And if you look at the answer sheet, they like anything between 11 and 19. So that's really, really good. Okay, now it says here, a darts team is going to play a match on Saturday and Sunday. The probability that the team will win on Saturday is 0.45. So not win, not lose. You could draw, remember. So this is not win. That must be 0.55 because they all add up to 1, don't they? The probability that the team will win on Saturday is 0.5. If they win on Saturday, the probability they win on Sunday is 0.67. Okay. Again, that means if they don't win, that's got to be 1, take away that. Use your calculator if you need to. If they do not win, the probability they win on Saturday is 0.35. They may be deflated and blame one another. So therefore, if that's 0.35, this has got to be 6.5. And then use your calculator to check if that's all right. Remember, we're in the hard area here. This is sort of going up to grade 7 and 8 and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. So it says here, complete the tree diagram. We've done that. 2 marks, thank you very much. And then it says, find the probability that the team will win exactly one of the 2 matches. Okay, they're going to win exactly one of these 2. So that means it can either be win and then lose, or lose and then win, or not win and then win. So here we go, it can be this one and this one, or it can be this one, so not win followed by a win. So there are 2 ways to be successful in this. So let's work that out. Remember, in probability, the word and means to times. The word or means to add. So on my calculator, I'm going to have to say it's going to be 0.45 times 0.33, or it's going to be 0.55 times 0.35. 0.55 times 0.35. And on this lovely calculator I've got here, 0.45 times 0.33 gives me a value of 0.1. So here, 0.1485. And then if I just did the other one, 0.55 times 0.35, 0.1925. Add that to the 0.1485, and you get 0.341, which is nice because that's what we want. So let's go to question 16 now. So what we're doing here, guys, is we're very close to getting a 7 if big if everything was right so far. Find the probability that we've done that. Thanks. Question 16. On the grid, draw this graph for 2 marks. This will give you your grade 7 if everything's right so far. Now, here we go. Now, what you need to do is, this is a circle, and the equation of a circle at this level is always going to be this for you. Okay, so that's an equation of a circle, and it's always going to go round the origin, 0, 0. That's your radius. So here, they say the radius is 12.25. So square root that, and r becomes 3.5. Then get your compass, because again, on one hand, I can't do this, and then draw your compass around the center at 3.5. And that gets you your circle, that gets you your 2 marks. If you've got everything right so far, you're now getting a grade 7. How amazing is that? But let's go further. Hence, find estimates for the solutions, plural, of the simultaneous equations, where these two functions meet. So I need to also draw this one here. So 2x plus y equals 1. I'm going to do it by looking at 3 points just to make sure I've got it right. So I'm going to choose 3 points, and I'm going to be very clever about the points I choose. So let's choose x is 0, because that's always handy, isn't it? If x is 0, cover that up, you can see y is 1. So I'll pop that in 0, 1. There we go. And then I'm going to choose a value, say, what about if x is 1? Let's just see what happens there. If x is 1, then that means that's 2. So 2 plus y equals 1. What must y equal? Well, okay, I've got to get from 2 down to 1, so it's got to be minus 1, doesn't it? So that means it's 1 minus 1, which is hard to see on this grid actually here. I think it's there. Okay. And now let's choose another value. So let's go for, let's say, don't go to the minuses because that could be really confusing. Let's go for 2. So 2 2s are 4. So 4 plus y equals 1. So we need to drop down another 3, don't we? So that'd be minus 3. The reason I do 3 points, hello Fendi, is if these are all in a straight line, then I know I've done a good job. Okay? So excuse the dog. Now notice it goes through 2 points. Bear with for a second. So what I need to do, let's just see if I can do this right. So here we go. I'm going to put the line across like that. And then hopefully, for the magic of the camera, you can see, there we go. And what it wants is finding estimates for the solutions. It needs the x and the y values. So here, at this particular point, I can see that that x value must be 1.8 and it must be at minus 2.8, I'm guessing. It's only estimates. And this one, crikey, that goes, okay, so it's minus 1.2, I'm estimating. And that goes all the way up to that value there, which again, I think is something like 3.3. I'm getting 3.3. So what I then need to do always with this is check your mark sheet, and there it goes, x is 2, and that, but it gives you a tolerance level, so it does allow you to have a few marks in between, except a range. Okay, so that's where you've got to work it out. It will accept a range of values, and hopefully, yeah, I've got the x, that one perfect. The 2 and a minus 2.9 slightly out, but I should be okay with that. Okay, that gets you into level 7. Happy days.